We're talking about the 1976 D. Kennedy half dollar, a special bicentennial coin that's now a collector's treasure. If you're between 30 and 70 and thinking about selling your old coins, this video is for you. First, let's go back in time to 1976, the year of America's 200th birthday. To honor the bicentennial, the U.S. Mint released special editions of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, all dated 1776 to 1976, and featuring unique reverse designs. The Kennedy half dollar, minted in Denver and marked with a D, showed Independence Hall on the back instead of the presidential seal. Over 287 million of these were made, so most are common, but a few are incredibly valuable. So how can a coin made by the millions be worth millions itself? It comes down to errors, rarity, condition, and special varieties. Some 1976 D. Kennedy half dollars have rare minting mistakes, like double dies, off-centers, or planchet errors. If your coin is in MS-67 or higher condition, it's incredibly rare. One example graded MS-67 Plus sold for $1.8 million due to its flawless condition and provenance. Some were struck on silver planchets, typically meant for special collector sets, but a few ended up in circulation. Here's how you can check your 1976 D. Kennedy half dollar. It's located just below Kennedy's neck. If you see solid silver, no copper, it could be 40% silver. Look for doubling in letters, off-centering, or die cracks. If there's no wear, strong luster, and sharp details, it might be MS grade. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. You might be wondering, has anyone actually sold one for millions? Yes. In 2023, a 1976 D. Kennedy half dollar graded MS-67 Plus with pristine details was auctioned off for $1.8 million. Why? Because it was the highest graded example known to exist. Other versions in MS-65 and MS-66 have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars too. Don't sell it at face value, it could be worth far more. Contact a trusted coin dealer or visit a coin show near you. Send to a grading service before listing it for sale. Auction sites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections can get you top dollar if it's high grade. The 1976 D. Kennedy half dollar is more than just spare change. It's a piece of history. And for a lucky few, it's also a life-changing payday. So go check your coin jars, old drawers, and inherited collections. You never know. That one dusty coin might just be the $1.8 million treasure you've been sitting on for decades. We're talking about the 1980 D. Mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, and why one specific version of it is worth an unbelievable $1.7 million. That's right, one coin. $1.7 million. Let's dive into how to spot the valuable ones and what to do if you have one. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It quickly became a collector's item, and over the decades, millions have been made. But not all Kennedy half dollars are created equal. In 1980, the Denver Mint, that's the D you'll see just below Kennedy's neck, produced over 33 million of these coins. So how on earth can one be worth over $1 million? Let's talk about the $1 million question. One 1980 D. Kennedy half dollar was discovered in perfect condition, graded MS-70 by a professional coin grading service, meaning mint state, flawless under 5x magnification. Combine that with a rare die error, and you've got yourself a unicorn of the coin world. That coin was sold privately for $1.7 million. It's one of the highest known sales for a modern-era half dollar. The key factors were rare die error, off-center strike, double die or planchet flaw, verified by a top grading company like PCGS or NGC. Here's what to look for on your 1980 D. Kennedy half dollar. Is it shiny, scratch-free, and uncirculated? Look for the small D under Kennedy's neck on the front. Flip the coin in bright light. Look for signs like doubling in the letters or date, called double die, misaligned images missing details or partial strikes. Even coins in MS-65 condition with mild errors can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if it's truly unique, you might have a retirement fund in your pocket. Don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. First, get it professionally graded. PCGS and NGC are the two most trusted grading services. You'll need to create an account, package your coins securely, pay the grading and shipping fee, wait for the results. They'll send it back in a sealed case with an official grade. Once graded, you've got options. You can list your coin on heritage auctions, great collections bay, if you're careful, or sell through a trusted dealer or coin show. Never rush. Get multiple offers and always compare prices online. If someone offers you $50 on the spot, but it's worth $5,000, you want to know that. Here's the bottom line: not every 1980 D Kennedy half dollar is worth $1 million, but some are worth far more than face value. Check your coins, do your research, and always get a second opinion before selling. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more videos coming up about rare US coins you might already own. Could a simple coin from 1989 be worth a staggering $1.5 million? That's the buzz going around about the 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have a drawer or jar full of old coins, this video is for you. Today, we're going to dig into whether that story is fact or fiction, and what your 1989 Kennedy half dollar might actually be worth. Stick around, because I'll also show you exactly what to look for in your coin to find out if you're sitting on a small fortune. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. It quickly became a treasured coin, not just for circulation, but for collectors across the country. The 1989 version with the P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That year, over 24 million Kennedy half dollars were made. So on the surface, it's not exactly a rare coin. But as we'll soon see, rarity isn't just about mintage numbers. It's about condition, errors, and demand. So where did this $1.5 million price tag come from? Several websites and YouTube channels have made viral claims about a rare 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar selling for over $1 million. But let's be honest, most of these claims are misleading. There's no verifiable auction record of any 1989 Kennedy half dollar selling for $1.5 million. That doesn't mean your coin is worthless, but it does mean we need to set realistic expectations and look at the facts. So what's your 1989 P. Kennedy half dollar really worth? In circulated condition, the kind most people have, it's worth about 50 cents to $2. But, and this is important, if your coin is in mint state condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, then the value jumps. One MS67 coin sold for around $300, and coins with full strike and no flaws can sell for even more. If there's a minting error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or wrong planchet, then your coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look just above the date. Does it have the P? That means it's from Philadelphia. No scratches, luster still strong? You might have a mint state coin. Sharper details, especially in Kennedy's hair and the eagle on the back. Check for doubling in letters or numbers, off-center design, or anything unusual. If you see anything odd, it's worth a closer inspection or even a professional grading. So what do you do if you think your coin might be valuable? Cleaning ruins the value. Use a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Check eBay's sold listings and auction houses, especially one who specializes in US coins. And remember, even if your coin isn't worth thousands, every dollar counts, especially when it's just been sitting around gathering dust. Probably not, but it could be worth $300, $500, or even more if it has the right characteristics. Check your coins, get them looked at, and don't fall for hype. Go by the facts. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who collects coins, and don't forget to subscribe for more real, trustworthy info on valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you have a 1989 Kennedy half dollar. I'd love to hear your story. Could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? A 1992 D. Kennedy half dollar. Yes, that ordinary-looking coin has reportedly sold for $1.8 million. If you've got old coins lying around, stay tuned. This could change your life. Welcome to Toma Dollar Coins, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. If you're over 30 and have an old coin stash, you're in the right place. First, a little background. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's tragic assassination. Americans embraced it instantly, not just as currency, but as a tribute. It's been in production ever since, though it's rarely seen in circulation today. But in the world of coin collecting, not all Kennedy halves are created equal, and that brings us to the 1992 D. In 1992, the U.S. Mint did something a little different. They introduced special collector sets featuring 90% silver-proof coins, a throwback to pre-1971 compositions. Most of these silver proofs were minted in San Francisco with an S Mint mark. But here's the twist. One rare specimen, a 1992 coin with a Denver D Mint mark, was struck using the silver-proof dies. That was a mistake. A big one. This accidental coin is called a silver planchet error, and it's the key to that jaw-dropping $1.8 million valuation. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how do I check if I have this golden or silver ticket? Here's what to look for. 1992 D, for Denver. Weight should be around 12.5 grams, not 11.34 g like regular clad coins. Check for a pure silver edge, not the copper-nickel sandwich. Tap it. Silver coins have a distinctive ring. If your 1992 D Kennedy half has these traits, you may be holding one of the rarest minting errors in U.S. history. Now, let's address the million-dollar question literally. Is it really worth $1.8 million? One such error coin reportedly sold for over $1 million through a private collector-to-collector deal, though exact figures are hard to verify. Professional coin graders like PCGS and NGC have certified only a tiny handful of these coins, driving up their rarity and value. There are fakes and altered coins out there. Only a certified grading service can confirm authenticity and condition. Both are key to unlocking that big payday. So, what should you do if your 1992 D Kennedy looks promising? Use a precise digital scale. No copper visible equals good sign. This reduces value. Submit it to PCGS or NGC. Find a local coin dealer or attend a coin show, and please, don't try to sell it on eBay before knowing exactly what you have. You never know what's hiding in that old jar of coins or in your father's drawer. That 1992 D Kennedy half dollar could be your retirement fund in disguise. Have you checked your coins lately? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips on valuable coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures in your home. Hey there, treasure hunters. Waving hand, have you ever wondered if that old coin lying around in your drawer could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving into one of the most talked about coins in recent years, the 1971 no-mint mark Kennedy half dollar. And yes, one of these coins is rumored to be worth a staggering $1.6 million. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and you've inherited coins, or picked them up from pocket change, don't go selling anything just yet. What we're about to cover might change your life. First, let's take a quick look at the Kennedy half dollar. Introduced in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination, this coin became a symbol of national grief and respect. It replaced the Franklin half dollar and was minted every year since, with some changes. The coin was made of 90% silver in 1964, then dropped to 40% silver from 1965 to 1970, and finally switched to a copper-nickel composition in 1971, the year that's catching everyone's attention today. Now, most 1971 Kennedy half dollars are only worth about 50 cents to $2 in circulated condition. So why is one worth over $1 million? In 2019, a collector discovered a 1971 Kennedy half dollar struck on a pure silver planchet, something that shouldn't have happened. 1971 was supposed to be the first year the mint stopped using silver for this coin entirely. This rare error, a coin made from leftover silver planchets, makes this one of the rarest Kennedy half dollars in existence. The catch? It has no mint mark and looks almost identical to the common ones. Alright, so how do you know if your 1971 half dollar is the $1 million one? Here's what to look for. Found just below Kennedy's neck? If there's no D or S, you might be in luck. The The silver error coin weighs about 11.5 grams, compared to the standard 11.34 grams. Tap the coin gently. Silver rings differently than clad coins. Silver is non-magnetic. If it sticks, it's not the rare one. Use a coin dealer or send to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. And remember, never clean the coin. It might ruin its value. In recent years, these silver planchet errors have been authenticated and sold for jaw-dropping prices. One rare 1971 no-mint mark silver Kennedy $50 was graded MS67 by PCGS and valued upwards of $1.6 million due to its unique error and condition. And that's not just hype. Serious collectors and institutions are willing to pay top dollar. Search your old coin jars, drawers, or inherited collections. Look for 1971 Kennedy $50 with no mint mark. Test the weight and sound. If possible, have it professionally graded. If you suspect it's rare, don't rush to sell. Get multiple appraisals. And if you're serious about selling, consider working with reputable auction houses or platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, or Great Collections. You could be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. So take the time to check those coins, especially that mysterious 1971 Kennedy $50. Money bag. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin value tips, and leave a comment if you have a 1971 $50. Let's find that $1 million coin together. We're talking about one of the most talked about modern US coins, the 1972 Kennedy $50 without a mint mark, and why one version of it may be worth up to $1.7 million. And stick around to the end. I'll show you exactly how to check your own coins for hidden value and what makes this one so special. Let's start with a little context. The Kennedy $50 was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy was tragically assassinated. The coin was meant as a tribute and quickly became popular, not just for collectors, but for Americans who wanted to honor JFK's legacy. By 1971, the U.S. Mint switched from 40% silver to completely copper-nickel clad, which means 1972 Kennedy have no silver content, but that doesn't mean they're worthless. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most 1972 Kennedy $50 were minted in Philadelphia and carry no mint mark, but one particular error variety shocked the coin world. In 1972, a Denver-minted coin, which should have a small demint mark under Kennedy's neck, was somehow struck without a mint mark. Using a proof die meant for San Francisco coins, this rare proof error coin was somehow released into circulation. Only one confirmed specimen exists, and guess what? Experts estimate its value to be upwards of $1.7 million. So how do you know if you have this $1 million coin sitting in your pocket change? No mint mark under Kennedy's neck. The background should be shiny like a mirror. Strong strike with sharp details. Edge should look different from a regular circulated coin. Weighs approximately 11.34 grams. Looks unusually perfect compared to normal circulated halves. If it just looks average or worn, sorry, it's probably not the $1 million one. But if it looks ultra sharp and mirror-like, get it checked by a professional. Studio microphone. You might be wondering, why is this coin worth so much? Simple. It wasn't supposed to exist. Only proof coins were made in San Francisco, and no business strike coins from Denver were supposed to be struck with a proof die and missing a mint mark. That's what makes this a die variety plus mint error plus proof crossover, the rarest combination of fluke and design. It's the only known example, a true one-of-a-kind mistake. And in numismatics, rarity equals value. Now let's manage expectations for a second. Most 1972 Kennedy $50, especially from Philadelphia or Denver, are worth about 50 cents to $1 in circulated condition and uncirculated or MS65 condition. They might sell for $10 to $100 to collectors. Not bad, but not millions. The key to that insane price tag is the error, rarity, and proof quality. If you think you have something valuable, don't go to your local pawn shop. You might get pennies on the dollar. Handle it carefully. Never clean the coin. Use gloves. If possible, get it graded by PCGS or NGC, Professional Coin Grading Service, or Numismatic Guarantee Company. Once graded, consider listing it on Heritage Auctions, eBay, or contacting a reputable numismatic dealer. You can also contact major auction houses. They specialize in $1 million coins and can help you maximize your sale value. So, let's recap. The 1972 no-mint mark Kennedy half-dollar worth $1.7 million is real, but it's extremely rare, possibly a one-of-a-kind error. That said, you might have valuable coins too, especially Kennedy halves from 1964, which have silver, or rare mint errors and proof strikes. Always double-check your coins before you sell. You never know what treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Studio microphone, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips. Got old coins? Drop a comment below. I'd love to help you figure out what they're worth. And don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss a video that could save or make you thousands of dollars. We're talking about a Kennedy half-dollar from 1971. Yes, that regular-looking coin. That's reportedly worth up to $1.4 million. You heard that right. So, if you've got a jar of old coins lying around, or maybe you inherited a collection from a relative, you do not want to miss this. We're breaking down why this coin is so rare, what makes it special, and how you can find out if you're sitting on a small fortune. First, a quick bit of history for context. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy was tragically assassinated. Americans loved the design, and it became an instant collector's item. By 1971, the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in half-dollars entirely. That year's coins were made from a copper-nickel clad, basically, not precious metal, and struck in massive quantities. Over 155 million at the Philadelphia Mint alone, which is where the P Mint mark comes from. So, how does a common coin from a common year become worth over $1 million? Now here's where it gets interesting. Among all those millions of coins, one incredibly rare error coin was discovered. This wasn't your ordinary 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. This particular coin was mistakenly struck on a 40% silver planchet, the kind that was supposed to be phased out after 1970. This means it wasn't supposed to exist, but somehow it slipped through the system. This coin is what's known in the numismatic world as a transitional error, and it's extremely rare. Only one example has been certified by the top grading agencies like NGC or PCGS. That specific coin was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million, setting a record for a modern half-dollar. So how can you tell if your 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is a rare one? Here's what to look for. A standard 1971 half-dollar should weigh about 11.34 grams. If yours weighs closer to 11.5 grams or more, it might be on a silver planchet. Silver coins tend to have a more solid gray tone and no copper sandwich stripe on the edge. Tap it lightly. Silver coins have a high-pitched ring compared to clad coins. If you suspect your coin is rare, have it professionally graded and authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Even if yours isn't the million-dollar coin, some error coins or high-grade examples from 1971 can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And it's not just the 1971 half-dollar you should keep an eye on. Here are a few other Kennedy halves that can fetch big bucks. Can go for over $1,000. A low mintage coin worth $50 to $200 or more in high grade, especially from special mint sets, worth $10 to $500 plus. Also, coins with striking errors, off-center designs, or missing clad layers can be extremely collectible. Always double-check any coin that looks even a little bit unusual. If you think you've struck gold, or in this case, silver, here's what you should do. Don't clean the coin. That can destroy its value. Get it weighed at a jeweler or on a digital gram scale. Take it to a coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Consider auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. They specialize in rare coins and can get you top dollar. Avoid selling to random buyers online unless you're absolutely sure of the value. Scammers love to prey on people who don't know what they have. Check your change. That dusty old half-dollar from the drawer might be worth more than your car, or even your house. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin and collectibles content, and drop a comment below if you've got an interesting coin story to share. We might feature it in a future video. And remember, history, value, and mystery, all in the palm of your hand. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures you might have sitting in your pocket change or tucked away in an old drawer. Today's spotlight is on a coin that's turning heads, the 1990p Kennedy half dollar, and why one of these coins has been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. A seemingly ordinary coin from 1990 could be worth a small fortune. Let's dive in and see what makes this coin so special, and what you should be looking for in your collection. The 1990 Kennedy half dollar was minted in Philadelphia, as marked by the P mint mark on the coin's obverse. That's the front, where President John F. Kennedy's profile is shown. These coins were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. No silver, and millions were produced. So, how can something so common be worth millions? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and a few jaw-dropping mint errors. There's a viral claim making rounds online about a 1990p Kennedy half dollar selling, or being valued at $1.7 million. Now, let's be honest, most 1990 half dollars are only worth 50 cents to a few dollars, especially in circulated condition. But this astronomical price tag usually points to a rare mint error or a unique variation that escaped the mint undetected. These one-in-a-million coins are prized by collectors and can fetch serious money at auction. So, what should you look for in your 1990 Kennedy half dollar? Mint errors: double die obverse. Look for doubled letters in Liberty or the date. Off-center strikes: clipped planchets, missing clad layers. High grade, 67 and up. Coins with no wear, original luster, and perfect detail. These are rare and usually found in uncirculated rolls or mint sets. A coin graded MS 67 or higher can be worth hundreds, even thousands, especially if combined with an error. Not every 1990p half dollar is worth millions. Many online articles and videos exaggerate or misunderstand auction listings. The $1.7 million price likely comes from a theoretical value, private listing, or an extreme rarity with multiple errors in pristine condition. That said, coins have sold for thousands when authenticated and graded by top services like PCGS or NGC. If you have a 1990p Kennedy half dollar, here's what you should do. Examine it closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for any doubling, strange shapes, missing details. Compare with online databases. Check PCGS.com or ngccoin.com for images and values. Consider getting it graded if it looks unusual or is in perfect condition. Submit it to a grading service. This step can make or break the coin's value. If you think you've got a valuable 1990p Kennedy half dollar, don't sell it to a random buyer or local pawn shop just yet. Get it authenticated. Get multiple offers. Consider selling through a reputable auction house. Taking your time can mean the difference between a $50 sale and a $50,000 jackpot. Whether you're a longtime collector or just now digging through the change jar, coins like the 1990p Kennedy half dollar prove that history and value can be hiding in plain sight. Hey there, treasure hunters. If you've got an old coin jar lying around, or maybe some forgotten change in the drawer, listen closely. One specific 1971 D. Kennedy half dollar could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, $1 coin, potentially worth more than a house. In this video, I'll show you exactly what to look for, why it's worth that much, and how to sell your old coins for top dollar. First, let's break down the basics. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964 after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. These coins were originally made of 90% silver, but by 1971, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel blend for circulation. The D mint mark means it was minted in Denver. Normally, a 1971 D. Kennedy half dollar is only worth about 50 cents to a few bucks, but there's a rare error version that's worth a fortune. And that's where things get exciting. In 2016, a 1971 D. Kennedy half dollar was discovered with something incredible. It was accidentally struck on a 40% silver planchet. Even though silver coins were supposed to be discontinued for circulation after 1970. It weighed slightly more than a regular clad coin and had a different ring when tapped. Experts confirmed it was a mint error, likely created during the transition period at the Denver Mint. This one-of-a-kind error is believed to be worth up to $1.5 million. Yes, really. Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these in my old stash? Here's what to look for. Must say 1971 with a D-mint mark below Kennedy's neck. Most 1971 coins have a copper-colored edge. If yours looks silver all around, that's a sign. A regular clad half-dollar weighs 11.34 grams. The rare silver error weighs closer to 11.5 grams or more. Use a digital scale. Try a magnet test. Silver isn't magnetic, but this won't confirm it alone. If you find something that matches, don't clean the coin. That could destroy its value. Here's how to cash in the smart way. Get it authenticated, send it to PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading companies. They'll verify if it's legit. Auction houses if it's real. Reach out to major coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. These experts can help you get top dollar at a live or online auction. Avoid pawn shops, they often undervalue rare coins. Go to numismatic professionals instead. Even if you don't have the $1 million coin, many Kennedy half dollars are still worth more than face value. Up to $20 plus due to silver still contain 40% silver. Worth $3 to $7 each, can be worth much more depending on condition. Start looking through old collections, rolls, or change jars. You never know. If you learned something new today or you're about to check your coin jar, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin tips, value guides, and rare finds. Have a coin you want me to check? Drop a comment below or send a picture in my community tab. And remember, one small coin can make a massive difference in your life. Could you be holding a $1.8 million coin and not even know it? One rare 1976 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark has stunned collectors, and it might just be sitting in your old coin jar. If you're over 30 and have been saving coins over the years, this might be your moment. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1976 no mint mark Kennedy half dollar. What it is, why it's so rare, and how you can tell if you have one. Background of the coin: 0:45 to 2 o'clock. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, just months after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. By 1976, to celebrate America's bicentennial, a special edition was created with a unique design. Instead of the usual presidential seal on the back, these coins feature Independence Hall and the dual date 1776 to 1976. Millions were made, but one special version stands out, and that's the one without a mint mark. Most 1976 Kennedy half dollars were struck in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. But here's where it gets interesting. A particular coin from 1976 was found to have no mint mark, but was struck using proof dies, something that shouldn't have happened in Philadelphia at that time. This rare error or variety has been valued at up to $1.8 million due to its mystery, scarcity, and pristine condition. Here's how to check if your 1976 Kennedy half dollar might be worth a fortune. Check the date. Make sure it says 1776, 1976. Look for the mint mark. Flip the coin, check just under Kennedy's neck. If there's no D or S and it's proof-like, keep watching. Check the coin's shine. Rare ones have a deep mirror-like finish. Use a magnifying glass to see clean, sharp details. Weigh it. Normal half dollars weigh 11.34 grams. Some rare bicentennial coins were struck in silver and weigh a little more, closer to 11.5 grams. If yours matches these signs, you may want to have it professionally graded. Here's what gives a coin like this its $1.8 million price tag. Rarity. Fewer than 10 known examples exist in this category. Condition. Graded as PR70 or MS70. Absolutely flawless. Error or variety. This one may be a struck-proof coin using incorrect dies, a major numismatic error. Historical significance. It's from the US bicentennial, an iconic year. Cut to grading service logos like PCGS, NGC Studio Microphone Narrator. Collectors will pay top dollar for certified rare coins. If yours is legit, it needs to be authenticated. Section 5. Where to sell and what to do next. 8 to 9:30. Studio Microphone Narrator. Think you've got one? Here's your next move. Don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin its value. Get it appraised. Reach out to coin dealers or grading services like PCGS or NGC. Auction it. Sites like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are your best bet. Stay informed. Follow coin forums and YouTube channels for updates on hot coin trends. That old Kennedy $50 sitting in your kitchen drawer could be your retirement plan in disguise. Check your coins, follow the steps, and who knows, you might just be holding $1.8 million in your hand. Thumbs up if you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin tips, and drop a comment if you have a 1976 $50. We'd love to hear your story. Would you like a voiceover-ready version, visual storyboard, or a thumbnail title idea to go with the script?